Hello everyone and welcome back to another instalment of our Portuguese barn conversion series.
We were blown away by all of your comments on the last video and all the advice that you gave us about planting trees. From now on, we are going to be tree planting professionals.
Yeah, we did just actually pick up some extra blueberry bushes. Well, they're not actually bushy just yet, but you know, some extra blueberries today. Sadly couldn't find any plums or almonds, so I don't know what's going to happen about that.
We learned a lot about cross-pollination. We had no idea, but now we do. And we hope you enjoyed this video, and we're back on building the barn.
We're the indie projects Bee and Theo, and we've been living and travelling the world in vans for the past 6 years. We're currently renovating an abandoned stone barn in Portugal to turn into a beautiful tiny home for us and our cats Ginjey Bear and Fernando. Follow our journey from the very beginning as we document the whole process of creating an off-grid home. We've got the generator on outside so we can power this massively bright light. As you can tell, I look wonderfully illuminated right now. I'm in the barn and Theo is as well, because today we really need to tackle the mess that's in here. There's stuff absolutely everywhere. We need to make room for more things to come. As we said previously, we've ordered supplies such as wood for the floor and for the mezzanine. They're going to need somewhere to go, so it's going to be an all hands on deck day getting this place organised. It's also been raining on and off, so it's the perfect time to be working indoors, really.
Over there where the wire is.
Okay, what, on the other side of the hole?
Yeah.
Damn, this must be full.
It is full. Over the ditch.
Oh yeah. What difference a light makes?
We got a light up there, which is lighting the whole barn nicely. If we shut the door, we can
see what's going to be like. And also,
the first thing I did was sort out the mezzanine. So up here now, we've got all of our cork and all of our quite valuable stuff stored nicely out of the way on this bit of OSB. It's perfect, but also it's really nice to just come up here and sit down and see what it's like to just sit up on the mezzanine, and there's so much space up here. Our bed will only take up a small area, and I can stand up all the way to head height, and you can see Bee probably down there.
Check out the size of this bin bag. Big enough to live in.
Fernando's learnt to climb up the ladder, which is just crazy.
You are such a danger seeker.
Good boy, you're very good, aren't you? You want to come hang up on the mezzanine? You're a crazy boy. Absolutely mental.
Fearless, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
This is going to be your spot up here, isn't it? Hanging out. We'll get you a little cat bed.
Be careful, I'm a worried mother.
Look how he's just fearlessly sitting right on the edge of that plank. If he was Gingy's weight, that would probably fall off. But he's just staring at his shadow. I'm not sure what's going on. The problem is, he's good at getting up the ladder, but not getting down the ladder yet, so I probably need to give him a hand. If you come over here, I'll help you down. Come on.
I've ratched chewed a hole out the end of this bottle and had a nice big drink out of it.
And I know where the rats are coming from. See that hole up there that we never filled in? There's droppings near that hole up on the mezzanine.
That's
So
one for the list to do.
Fill that hole in, stop the raticus. Oh. This bin bag is huge.
It's massive. It's like the size of a small pen. What should we do with these? Because we're not going to really use these now, are we?
Store them, you never know.
Yeah.
We just got this really cool device sent to us from my parents, and it's a moisture meter. So you literally just jab it into the area you want to check for the moisture, and it tells you. So it's on a wood setting right now, so I could try this pallet down here. 18% the pallet is, which isn't too bad, but it's time to test B.
Ow, you're really jabbing him. Oh my gosh.
23% moist. How nice does the roof look now though? It just looks so good. I can't wait to oil it all, sand it all back, and make it just look incredible. It's going to be so warm and inviting in here. The log burner is going to be sat right here. You can see the hole up the top there. But yeah, it's going to be ace.
So this is the last corner. I'm a bit terrified to go underneath the tarp. Last time I saw a frog. I'm not scared of frogs. There could be a rat living in there. And I'm not scared of rats, but it's more of a surprise. Let's just...
My down jacket is just getting smashed.
Yes, you need a work jacket, really. So I think you should be fine. These are just going to go here for now. It'd be good if I could fold that. I was expecting a nest.
Oh. 3 bags of lime left, so we need to get some more lime soon. Oh.
Actually, we need some more sand.
We need some more soft sand. Look at this paint roller. A rat has literally eaten the whole thing.
They eat the oddest stuff.
And we can't have that. We can't have them eating all of our belongings. So I'm going to set up some sort of humane trap or something.
I think we need to lock the cats in here for a week with no food, so they have to eat the rats to live.
It's a good idea. It is a good idea.
Just...
Bloody rats.
Baby, what are you doing? It's such a
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Is that a chestnut?
Yeah. This type of stuff we need to store, because this is going to be great for like furniture and the kitchen.
Exactly.
You ready?
What, are you going to throw an axe? Oh no, don't. That's so stupid. I'm so excited to get started on the inside of the barn, but before we do, I wanted to say a big thank you to today's sponsor, which is Squarespace. Now, if you don't know what Squarespace is, it's a fantastic online platform for you to build and design your very own website. Now, Squarespace is great because you don't have to have any experience at all with web design. There's thousands of different templates to choose from, and they're all completely customizable. We have our website with Squarespace, and we have for a number of years now. It's a great place for us to have our blog, newsletter, and even our podcast. So if you'd like to try out Squarespace, just head to squarespace.com/indieprojects for 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. We also have the link in the description, so check it out.
So I'm ready to go around all of the edges on the ground level that haven't been filled in yet and fill them in with stones and lime. This is just to make sure everything's like sealed along the edges and no little furry friends can get in through the holes and the gaps. So that's basically why we're doing it. You won't see it, it doesn't have to be pretty. I can do it really quickly and not have to worry about how it looks because you're never actually going to see it because it's going to be below the floor. Here's an area that's already been done, and as you can see, I wouldn't want my final wall to look like that, but it's completely fine as it's going to be hidden. This wall here is actually going to be all lime plastered, so this will be actually white, and you won't see any of these stones when it's finished.
So whilst Theo's inside filling up the gaps, I'm outside with a bucket collecting loads of stones to fit in the gaps. We do have some in there already, but you can never have enough stones. It's surprising how much you actually use. Let me show you the pile that I'm using. Firstly, admire the socks and sandals. The benefits of living on the work site. So yeah, this is a pile of stones that we organised back in the summer, and it's full of all different sizes that are perfect. Excuse my really bad nails, but anyway, workers' nails. So yeah, lots of different stones of lots of different sizes. I know that he needs quite a few small ones at the moment, so I'm just gonna pick through and just grab a load.
I'm just about to get started, but before I do, I've got this handy little tool. This thing's like a little claw, and I can just claw away any of the debris. I can use my hands as well and just get any of that dirt out. You really don't want too much dirt in there. You want to pack that full of lime and stones so it's a lot more secure. But this little claw is brilliant. You can see the little stones. It will even pull out if they're not secure, and I can reuse that stone again. It's a perfect size to fit in there. I'll just put a bed of lime underneath it, wedge it back in. So I've got my sprayer, and I can just spray on the area where I'm gonna add the lime. Just helps it adhere better to the surface. And then just grab my square trowel, my pointing key, and then off we go. Start filling in the gaps. And like I've said before, it's best to put a stone in any area where you can fit one. Don't be tempted to just fill it full of lime because it's not as strong. It's also important to know where your floor is going to finish, because you don't want to do messy pointing if it's going to be on show. So I know that my final floor is going to be level with this slab, so anything above here you'll be able to see. I think Bee's arrived with my stones. You got a stone delivery? I have. Oh, amazing, thank you.
Is that good selection of sizes?
That's perfect. That's just what I'm looking for. A mixture of sizes, of just random little rubbishy stones that it doesn't need to look nice, like I keep saying. But these are not going to be used for anything else. It's not structural, so these are perfect. So even little gaps like this here, I can just fill it with a bed of lime and then go to my bucket of stones and pick a nice little small one. And if it's not small enough, you can literally just grab your brick hammer and smash it to size. But that one looks like it will do the job, or that one just there on the floor. Wedge it in. Perfect. Move over my magic carpet. God, it's really uncomfortable working this low on the ground. I'm looking forward to doing some more pointing higher up, but
you need to find your fancy knee pads.
it's a slow process. But at least I don't have to be precious about it. And if I say so myself, this mix is perfect. Absolutely perfect. It's just wet enough to go in the gaps, but strong enough to hold where I need it to hold. You'd be surprised what tiny holes mice and rats can get through. So even lizards, we have lizards living in our walls. So it's a good idea to fill them all up, because the last thing we want is when we move in to be sharing this place with a rat. I've already kicked them out once. They don't pay their rent and they're lazy buggers. It's time for a quick break because my knees are killing me. And Bee's just hanging out on the sofa.
We didn't burn it, guys. It was all a joke.
It feels like some teenage like music studio or something. I remember hanging around in places like this when I was younger.
Talking about feelings, the sofa feels wet.
The sofa feels wet.
I don't know whether it's just because it's cold.
I've just noticed. Look at him.
Oh.
Guys, how adorable is this cat? Absolute beauty.
I know we're going to get people asking about Ginjey and where Ginjey is.
Ginjey's out hunting and exploring, and this little guy just wants to sleep. He just wants to be around us. So if I'm over there, he wants to be here. So he's just making sure that I'm all right.
And he's still recovering from having his testicles removed.
Oh, he is. He's recovering from his, I don't know, I call him Fernando No Balls now.
Yeah, we got rid of his dangleberries, so he's recovering well.
And he seems to have calmed down a little bit.
Yeah, he is.
And it does take time.
Yeah.
So before I go any further, I'm going to go around the bend, and soon I'm going to be at this location. And this may look like a stone, but it's actually just a big bed of lime. And this was put in originally just so we could get a finished floor level and yeah, just get a general level of the whole building. So it doesn't need to be there anymore. It's in the way. Smash it up with completely the wrong tool. If I play my cards right, it might come out as one big chunk.
No way! How much do you reckon you'll get done today?
I want to finish.
You want to finish it all?
Finish the whole thing all the way around, and then I want to take the rubbish. We've got loads of recycling that is just mounded up, probably like 20 bags worth, so we need to take that to the recycling point because, to be honest, that's going to take us into the night.
Yeah, it will. Here is the bear. She's actually snoozing. She loves this spot in the caravan because she can look out the window, have her own space, and also sleep very comfortably. And seeing as Theo's doing all the stonework inside and we have got a mountain of recycling to get rid of, I thought I'd use this time to load up the truck and get it ready and just check on the chickens because they're out and about and I can see them right now and they're all totally fine. Hi, lovely Sagey. Hey. How you diddling? Not interested? Nah. So firstly, Theo was over-exaggerating. We don't have 20 bags, but we do have quite a few. And we keep them in plastic bags, so it looks like rubbish, but it's not, it is recycling. As you can hear, Theo's recently kicked his Diet Coke habit, but we do still have some cans to get rid of, so they're going today. Another one. Paper and cardboard. Oh my gosh, it's so heavy. And I literally was just bringing the glass round and the bag it was in broke and all the glass fell to the ground, but it didn't smash, so I need to find a different container for that. Here's the glass. I had it in one of those Aldi bags that last forever and it's clearly seen better days. It just completely shredded as I picked it up, so...
So I've just got to a section with a massive gaping hole. You can see just there, it's huge. It goes back really far. So that really needs packing in with some nice big stones. So I'm just wetting it all up and then I'm gonna just whack a massive bed of lime in there and really just build it up so that that hole is nice and strong, because it really is a big one. The only one I've come across so far has been pretty simple, to be honest. Just want to spread it all the way to the back. Probably better using my hands to get in there because it really is deep. Right up the side walls. Got this nice big stone. You think it's in all the way and it's still got some to go. That's nice and solid now, that's not going anywhere. And I can build on top of that, it's a nice foundation. Looking for a medium-sized stone. There we go. Oh. Another smallish stone in the gaps. But that's really solid now. That is not going anywhere. Probably one more smallish stone next to that one and we call it a day. There we go. The rats are going to be very unhappy when they see this. Literally finished. Done.
Perfect timing.
And as I said, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it works.
Let's have a look.
And yeah.
Oh, it's done a good job. Well done.
No rats.
High five.
No rats are coming in here.
Rats are barred.
While I've been working in the barn, Bee's been loading up the truck full of recycling, but there's some rubbish that needs to go in as well, and it's quite heavy, so I imagine that's why she left it. I'm so happy we've got this this truck though. I know I say it every vlog, but you can see juices there, and that would have been in our van or in our car. Never good. Oh, I can smell the juices. There we go, that'll do. Lock it back up. We try and do our recycling about once a week, but because we've been so busy the last week, we haven't done it, and it's probably about, what, 3 weeks worth?
Yeah, and actually some of the glass recycling has been there since December, definitely.
So it's time to do it. It's a bit of a journey as well. So a lot of you guys have been requesting an update about the roof and what the situation is, and I'm going to address that right now. And as you can see from this shot, not a lot has changed since I last updated you guys. I've still got the beams sticking out the wall that I need to trim down. I've still got this gable to finish and the gable on the other side, and some stonework along the front and the back of the barn. Just moved into the cab of the truck because it started raining. I don't want to get soaked, but I'm finally going to address this roof situation and what's going on and what's happening with it, because as you can see in the last clip, nothing really has changed. And the reason for that is I didn't want to complete the roof and do it all myself and then find out that for some reason the structural integrity wasn't right or the roofing wasn't put on properly, and then have to strip it all off and start over again. That would just be a waste of my time, my energy and my money. So that was the situation there. We're in a lockdown, we're in a pandemic, there's lots of stuff going on. All the best roofers and builders are booked up for a long period of time. You have to book them months and months in advance here. So I managed to persuade 3 different roofers to come and have a look at our situation and just check everything over for us. And when I say check everything over, check the tiling, but also check the structural integrity of the size of the beams, the spans of the beams, and make sure everything's strong and done correctly so that we can move forward with this project. And luckily that part of the project is completely fine, and the woodwork and everything is fine to carry on. The tiling, I put the question to them about the tiling, and bearing in mind these guys didn't know who we were, they didn't know we had an online presence, they didn't know all of this stuff. They just thought we were just, you know, a normal punter come in. We've had some troubles with our roof, we want to retile it. And each and every one of them said, knowing that they would get the work and knowing that they would be able to do the retiling and make money from it, said I wouldn't take the tiles off. So that was really nice to hear. One thing that isn't correct though, that everyone spotted, was the tiling around the flue flashing, where the wood burner flue is going to come out of the roof. That tiling's been done really badly, and that's going to be completely redone, and we're probably going to have a custom flue flashing made to fit our roof so it's completely sealed and perfect. I managed to stop the leak coming through the roof through the wood burner flashing, and since then there's been no leaks and we've had a lot of rain. They also mentioned that until the roof is completely sealed in, so I built up the gables in stone, I built up the front and the back of the walls in stone, and everything's completely sealed, and I've finished the remainder of the tiling, that you won't know if there's a leak, because and water can get in from anywhere, so it could be coming in through the sides. If you think you got a leak, until it's sealed, you don't know 100%, but they were all very confident that there shouldn't be a leak. The overlapping of the tiles, there's a little bit of play in the tiles, so ideally they're stacked in a certain way and they're laid over so that the tile is perfectly straight in a row, and some of ours are slightly off. Some of them are overhanging more than the others, but they said that's really not a problem because the tiles are given a tolerance to work with. So that is also good news. So the main good news is we don't have to take the tiles off and we don't have to start the whole roof project again. And what this means is me and Bee can just crack on now, move forward with this project, try and get rid of all of the stress that I've been having to deal with, trying to get people here in a pandemic, in a lockdown, and it's been hard, I'm not going to lie. It's been really tough. I think you can probably see by the black circles under my eyes that it's been a really, really tricky and stressful time in our lives, but this project's meant to be fun, and I just want to get rid of the stress. I just want to move forward with the roof, and I just want to finish it, and I'm going to finish it myself. And I saw everything that was done. I was there every single day. I was working with them, labouring, so I know everything about the roof system. I know exactly how it's been put together. So if there ever was a problem, I know exactly how to take it apart and redo it. But I'm hoping that that's not going to be the case, and we can just move on forwards and finish this roof, and then we can start doing all the fun stuff, which is the inside of the barn. And I know there's going to be a lot of you guys watching this and thinking, oh, you should take the tiles off and redo it just for peace of mind. And that's exactly what I thought. And I've got to go with the professionals' advice on this. 3 different professionals, 3 different roofers telling me not to take the tiles off. It's just a waste of time and money and effort, and carry on and get it finished over, some of your guys' opinions. I'm not trying to be rude when I say this, but it's very easy to look at a video on the internet and say, oh, you should just take all the tiles off. In fact, a lot of people said strip the whole roof off and redo it, and the amount of time and money and everything that's gone into it. And this is why everything took so long, because I wanted to make sure I got 3 different opinions from people who were completely unbiased. They could have just said strip it off and do it again, and they would have got paid to do that, but they didn't do that. They were honest, and they were really, really kind people, and really talked me through everything and spent time doing so, and not getting paid for that. They just came around on a free consultation and did all that off their own back, and they really wanted to help, and it was really nice actually. And they didn't know anything about the situation. They'd not watched our videos. They don't know who we are. So for me, that's even better, because I feel like they're not invested to have a side. They just came here and just looked at the work and just figured out what to do from there. So I think we're in a good situation now to move forward. I'm feeling a lot better about it. I know that me and Bee can finish this on our own, and we can crack on and really move forward with the project at a much quicker rate now. It was, we had Christmas, we had New Year, everything slows down, and yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm definitely feeling good. And this vlog is a very honest vlog. I don't want this video or these vlogs to be, a perfect, look, we've moved to Portugal and everything's perfect, and here we are living the dream, and not a thing goes wrong. And we want it to be honest. You guys might do the same. You might follow in our footsteps. So I want to give you all the information that I could possibly give you that will going to help you on your way, and hopefully you can learn from maybe some of the things that have happened to us, and we can help some of you guys out. But as I said, I know you guys are going to have strong opinions on this. I know you're invested in the project, which is really nice. We have such lovely comments, and I'm going to go with the professionals' advice
and stick with the tiles. I am, however, going to have one of them professionals who came round and had a look at it to fix the Velux windows for us. So we get a lot of questions about, you know, isn't it going to be really dark and gloomy in the barn? And it's not, because our front door is going to be completely glass. We're going to have a little window at the back in the wall that's already, the hole is already there for it, and we're also going to have 2 nice sized Velux windows in the roof. But it means when it comes to the summer, not having huge amounts of glass in the side of the building is going to keep it a lot cooler, which is going to be a lot more bearable. So I know this has been quite a long one shot explanation of what's going on, but I hope you can understand our situation. I hope you can understand everything that we've been going through behind the scenes to try and get this right, because this is our home. We've spent a lot of money on it, we've spent a lot of time and effort on it, and we want it to be right, and that is why we spent so long getting this professional advice, because we wanted to make sure 100% that we were okay to move forward and not regret it later on after spending, you know, a lot of money on what is going to be an incredible space. I cannot wait to bring you guys along with us for the inside of the barn, because seriously, I know it's really hard to picture, and I know it just looks like a goat should be living in it right now, but that is not going to be the case. It's going to be incredible, and I'm really excited to shock you guys on how amazing it's going to look. So thanks for watching. Make sure you tune in next week's video, because I'm going to be sorting through all of the stones and starting to build up the gables and get that roof finished.